Hi everyone, my name's Maria and welcome to Jump into Gymnastics Sessions at Home Week 1. This week we're going to be working on making shapes that can be used later on in your gymnastics career. Before we start, I'm going to introduce you to two gymnasts that are helping me today. Today we've got Amy Wall and Chloe Wall helping us, two sisters from Cardiff. For today's session, you'll need a ball or perhaps a t-shirt or a scarf. Also, you'll need a partner. Perhaps you can ask a mum, dad or a sibling to help you out. Don't worry if you've not got any apparatus or anyone to help you out, because you can still have fun and you can still learn lots of good shapes. Can you also make sure you've got space around you? We don't want you bumping into anything or anyone. Right then. What we're going to do first, we're going to do a warm-up game first, then we're going to do some activities, then we're going to do a cool down. So for our warm-up, we're going to play a game called the DJ game. I'm going to call out 6 different words. Chloe and Amy are going to show us how it's done. 6 different words with 6 different actions. So first of all, this is play. They're running on the spot. So for play, run on the spot. Rewind, run backwards, or just turn around. Fast forward, quick legs. That's it. And then pause is hands on your hips, jumping up and down on the spot. Up and down you go. Then there's mute. Mute is running around the room really quickly. Make sure you don't bump into anyone. Then we're playing. So play, remember what we did? We'd run on the spot. Rewind again. Back and forth, or just turn around. There we go. Mute. Remember, run around really quick. Don't bump into anyone. Play again. There we go. They look like they're having fun. I hope you will. Up and down. And that's pause, remember. There we go. So, should we have a go? Are you ready? Brilliant. Right then. So remember the shapes. Off we go. So play. Run around the room. Make sure you're joining in. Run up and down. Rewind. Back and forth. Or you could turn around. On the spot. Fast forward. Really good. Then it's up and down. Pause. Hands on your hips, jumping up and down. Great stuff. Then mute. Remember, mute was running around the room, making sure you don't bump into each other or anything in the room. Back to play. Jogging on the spot. Rewind again. Run back and forth, or you could just turn around. Mute. Running around really quickly. Make sure you don't bump into anyone. And back to play. I hope you're not too tired. There we go. And then pause. Hands on your hips, up and down. Really well done, everybody. Let's move into our activities. So we're going to show you some shapes that we'll be practicing this week. So the first shape we're going to be doing is a dish shape. Don't worry, we'll go into more detail in a moment. Then we're going to be looking at an arch shape. Then we'll look at a V-sit shape. And then an N-sit shape. And then a straddle shape. Great stuff. Well done. Right, so let's get started. We're going to practice that dish shape. So if you remember the shape that the girls showed you earlier on, a dish shape is when you lie down flat. The girls will show you lie down flat. That's it. And you bring your arms and legs off the floor. Straight legs. Or, as the girls are showing you, you could do the N shape with bent legs. That's it. That could be much easier. Some of these shapes are quite difficult, so don't worry if you don't get them first time. You can practice in the week. So let's have a look. They're trying to do a dish shape with different leg positions. So as you can see, they're crossing over. I wonder how creative you guys can be out there. Here you go. So you could practice these shapes in the week and send them into @British Gymnastics Official. You could also try doing dish shapes with your arms paddling. That's quite difficult. Well done, Chloe and Amy. So now we'll move on to our arch shape. Remember, arch shape was on your belly. Stretch your legs out straight with nice straight arms as well. Really well done. Right then. So what shape? Can anyone remember the shape we did next? They showed us next. It was a V-sit shape. So V shape like the V shape in an alphabet, or an N shape like the N shape in the alphabet. There we go. You're going to be so strong after all these shapes. I'm going to be super impressed. So this is where we're going to use the ball. So this is where your partner can help. Balance the ball on your back when you're doing an arch shape. Remember, an arch shape is on your back with your legs and arms nice and straight, and lift them up off the floor. That's it. Really good work. Really, really good work. Well done. It's quite hard to balance. Well done, everybody. Let's move on to our next activity. The next activity is with your partner. So if you and your partner can work together, we're going to work on those shapes as in partnership. So let's try a dish side by side. Let's just remind ourselves of a dish shape. So watch the girls. So dish shape, arms and legs off the floor. That's it. Brilliant. You could do it, remember, with tucked legs if it's a little bit easier. So let's try a dish shape holding hands for 3 seconds, 3 whole seconds. There we go. Well done. That's quite difficult. So now let's remind ourselves of our arch shape. Arch shape is legs and arms straight. Lift them up off the floor. There we go. That's very good. Really good. You're going to impress everyone with your super strong tummies after this. So arch shape, up you go. Arch shape together. There we go. The girls have been working very well together. Now we're going to try a straddle. We showed you a picture of a straddle at the beginning. So a straddle is a nice straight back, nice straight legs with pointy toes. So have a look at your legs. Are they nice and straight? Good stuff. So if you sit in front of your partner, pull each other gently. Don't pull too hard. Keeping your legs straight and your toes pointed. Yes, see if you can get your belly to the floor. Don't worry if you can't. If you practice these shapes at home, you'll be doing it in no time. And then with your partner, should we see if you could do just a very, very quick sequence of using all the shapes that we've just practiced? So we've got the Amy and Chloe are showing you a straddle shape. Are you smiling as much as the girls? I do hope so. Great stuff. Well done. So here we go. Up they go. Holding hands. Doing their dish shape sequence. Doing their arch holding hands. Up they go. Wonder what your sequence is looking like. They're doing a straddle holding hands again. Nice straight backs. Pointy toes. Big smiles. Well done, everybody. Right, let's go on to the next bit of our activity. So for this part of our activity, we're going to use that scarf or t-shirt. If you've got a ball close by, you can use that, that's fine. So we're going to sit in a straddle and we're going to throw it up and catch it. So let's go. Are you ready? Throw it up, catch it with 2 hands. Make sure your legs are nice and straight, nice straight back. Throw it up, catch it with 1 hand maybe. There you go. It's quite difficult with the t-shirt. Fantastic. So let's see if you can throw it to each other while holding that nice straddle shape. Make sure your toes are pointed and your back is nice and straight. Great stuff. Brilliant. So for the last bit of the activity, should we see if we can change shapes while we throw our t-shirt in the air? Right then, so let's see. So let's start in a straddle. Remember, straight legs? Throw it up, catch it in a, there we go, in an N shape. Brilliant. Throw it up, back to your straddle. You have to move your legs really quickly. So throw it up into a V-sit shape. Wonder what's going to, back to a straddle. There we go, back to a straddle, from a V shape, back to a straddle. Well done, everybody. Our last shape, standing tall. Standing up nice and tall, make sure you've got space. Throw it up to a straddle stand. Great work, excellent. Well done. Really, really impressed. So I hope you enjoyed those 3 activities, learning those shapes with us today. Don't forget to practice at home. The last thing we're going to do is a cool down. So when you do sport, it's really important to do a cool down. And our game is called Animal Antics. So I'll explain a little bit about our game. The game, I'm going to describe an animal. Chloe and Amy are going to show you the shape. So the description for this animal is, it's brown and lives in the woods. If you can guess the shape, hold it to keep it to yourself a moment. And this one is, it's the tallest animal in the world. See what they're doing? This one, it's got claws and it lives on the beach. I wonder if you're guessing the shape. And then the next one, it can be very small and it weaves beautiful webs. Let's see. This one, this animal lives in Australia and jumps around a lot. There we go, jumping around. This one is big and very big, and it's grey and it's got a trunk. I wonder what animal that could be. Right, so time for you to join in. Can you remember those shapes? This time, I'm going to shout the answer and the animal, and you do the shapes. Chloe and Amy will be there so you can copy them. Right, are you ready to join in? So let's do a bear. So remember I said it's brown and lives in the woods? So let's do a bear, crawling around on your hands and feet. Let's do a giraffe, nice and tall. A giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. Well done if you guessed it. Let's do a crab. Remember, it lives on the beach and has claws, snappy claws, a crab. Great. They look like they're having fun. Let's do a spider. Do you remember I said it weaves beautiful webs? So little spider, stretch your fingers. This one, remember I said it lives in Australia and jumps? It's a kangaroo. Kangaroo, jumping around all over the place. The last shape was an elephant. Big and grey with a trunk. There we go, an elephant. Well done if you guessed all those animals and did all those shapes. Really well done. Right then. So that brings us to the end of this session now. I do hope you enjoyed yourself. I do hope you enjoyed making those fantastic shapes. Remember, if you practice your shapes at home, can you take photos and videos and send them into @BritishGymnasticsOfficial, #Gymnasts at Home, and we'll see you next week. Stay safe. Bye.